Hello and welcome to my first PS1, PSN, PS3 thingy review. Basically say that because this is Crash Team Racing. It's a PS1 game, downloadable on the PlayStation Network, the PSN, that's playable on the PS3, and you can transfer it over to your PSP as well, which is pretty damn cool. It's something that I think the VC should do. You should be able to transfer VC games over to your DS. If you've never played the game before, it's basically a Mario Kart clone, but that's not a bad thing because I personally think this is a damn sight better than most Mario Karts that have been released. There's about 18 tracks on the game overall, there's 4 cups, and there's actually an adventure mode, which is pretty cool. There's basically the adventure mode when it lets us get onto it. In fact, to be honest, I think I'm just going to skip this to the adventure mode. So anyway, as I was saying, adventure mode, basically you get to choose out any of the characters that you can play as in adventure mode. There are unlockable characters, but you can only play them in the multiplayer modes. They each have different things and all that, like some are more, well, some are speedier than others, but have worse acceleration and worse turning and the likes. Basically I always play as the Tiger, quite simply because I absolutely love Tigers, and because I love Kira on the other Crash Bandicoot games. Well, Crash Bandicoot 3. The whole point is, adventure mode, you drive around, there's tracks to actually race on, you get to race them individually, you don't race a cup or anything. Unfortunately you have a Kua or Uka spout crap at you, which you can't skip at first, no matter how much you try. Oh, and then again, I must have done something special today, because that let me skip it. Never mind. Basically, you go on and you've got a race. After you beat the race, you can then go back on the race to collect CTR tokens, which basically it's the same race, you've got to win. And the whole point is, there's 3 tokens lying around that you have to collect. There's also a time trial mode, which you have to beat the track at a certain time to get a relic, which is pretty cool. As well as the 4 cups, you then have to face a boss character, which is basically you're just one-on-one in a kart race with a boss, and the boss usually has an infinite supply of some irritating weapon, and he'll just be constantly either dropping it in your way or firing at you, so that can get pretty hard. There's also bonus modes, which I'll show you a bit later on, where you're basically on kind of like a battle stage collecting crystals. The whole point of the racing game is obviously you have to win the race. There's a Wumpa fruit, which are the things at the very top there, where when you get 10 of them, it upgrades your weapons so that basically they're more powerful. There's loads of different weapons on the games. There's things like bombs, 3 bombs, missiles, homing missiles and the likes, crates of TNT and nitrous, there's bloody nitro canisters and the likes to actually fire you. So tons of weapons that drop, leave behind and fire and the likes. There's even shields, which is pretty useful. So basically, although you collect the question mark crates in case you haven't noticed, then that gives you a weapon. There's also a power turning system on the game, where basically, when I can just show you here, you've got to hit the jump button and then you start sliding. Then whenever the bar in the bottom right corner turns red, then you hit the other jump button and it gives you a bit of a boost. And you can do that 3 times before it stops you. Or if you miss and the bar goes all the way past the end, then it stops you from doing it then. So the power slide's pretty useful, and so the turbo's especially useful, because obviously it speeds you up. But as I say, the whole point of the race is to actually win the race, which I'm on the last lap now. So as you can see in the left corner, there's like your time for all your laps. There's then the leaderboards, and just underneath that of who's in the top 4. There's then your position, and on the right side you've got your map and you've got your laps and the likes. So that's pretty much everything there is to say about the race mode on this. Unfortunately, the game suffers from quite long loading screens, which is a bit of a pain in the butt. It's, to be fair, one thing that Mario Kart never seems to actually suffer from. At the end of every race, though, you get this little animation screen which basically shows you the top 3 and shows, well, if you won, you're ecstatic and you're jumping around doing stuff, which is pretty cool. Unfortunately, after doing this, you've then usually got a Kua telling you some more crap again, but thankfully I've discovered that pushing all the buttons does seem to skip them. There we go. So once you beat the race, you do have to actually wait and beat the boss before you can get the crash tokens and the likes. I did forget to mention that. I just said it was when you actually beat the race, but you've got to beat the boss and the likes. And basically, to beat the boss, you've got 4 races to beat first. So just got to show you one of the purple crystal stages now, though. So there we go then, this is basically the whole point of it. You've got to collect 20 crystals on this one in the time limit. Different ones have different amount of crystals and different time limits, to be fair as well. The standard world is basically you'll get 4 races, then one of these, then a boss, and every now and then there's one section where there's all sorts of other challenges as well. So it's there's quite a lot to do on the adventure mode. There's also a versus mode and a battle mode and the like, so I'll just very quickly show you some of that now, if I can. So there we go then, these are basically all the other options you've got. You've got time trial mode, which is obviously the time trial and the likes. You've got arcade mode, where arcade is for up to 2 people. You can either go on a single or a cup race, and single track basically means you can choose any one of them. The cup races you have to choose the cups, and it means that you're actually fighting computers, as well as just like the other human. Versus mode though is for up to 4 people. It's just a standard race. Again, you can have single or cup, and there's no computers. And then you've got battle mode, which is again up to 4 people, and the whole point is you kill each other. You can choose between any of the stages and the likes that you've got there. There's quite a few of them. There's then you can go in and you can choose team modes if you want to, which is pretty cool. You can choose point limits, choose what weapons to put on and what weapons to switch off. So maybe if there's ones that you don't like or ones that you really like, stuff like that. So that's that one. I forgot to mention in the adventure mode, if for any unknown reason you wanted to hear any of the Akuaku or Uka Uka hints again, you can just push the start button and it lets you view them again, which is pretty cool. Also, one of the really odd, quirky things about this, on the PlayStation you can have up to 7 control pads. These games here, for some unknown reason, 2-player, it's fine to have a pad assigned to slot 1 and slot 2, but 4-player, you actually have to have a pad assigned to slot 1, slot 3, slot 5 and slot 7, because otherwise it doesn't actually pick them up. So I don't know why the hell that is. The only thing I can think of is it's to do with the fact that PlayStations used to require, they used to require multi-taps and the likes. So that's all I can think of really. So there we go then. That's been the review. I hope you found it helpful. I don't score the games because that's based purely on opinion, so instead I'll leave you to make your own mind up. So thanks for watching, and if you've got any questions about the game that I didn't answer in the vid or that hasn't been answered in the comments, then feel free to ask and I'll help if I can. Also, if you did find it helpful, don't forget to check out my channel because there's plenty more like this up there, and don't forget to subscribe because there'll be plenty more to come as well. So until next time, this has been Demon212, signing off.